Mark Carney recently announced that Canada will recognize a Palestinian state at the UN General Assembly this September. And Canada's news media has attempted to frame this as a popular and compassionate decision, even though a clear majority, 59%, either oppose it or have yet to be convinced. But you know who's actually celebrating? Hamas. The terrorist group says Canada's move carries important implications and they appreciate and welcome any international effort to support the Palestinian people. But let's be honest, if Hamas approves, we're heading in the wrong direction. Recognizing a Palestinian state right now not only rewards terrorism, it makes genuine peace less likely. Let's look at the hard security and geopolitical realities that Canada's news media have ignored. The first question has to be, who will actually run a Palestinian state? It certainly can't be the Palestinian Authority, which Canada currently envisions. Most PA leaders continue to not only have issues recognizing Israel's right to exist, but openly fuel incitement against Israelis. The PA also continues to financially reward terrorists and their families who commit terrorism against Israelis through the PA's pay-to-slay program. Yet our news media, like our government, continue to parrot the words two-state solution, like Israel currently has any reasonable partner in peace. Newsflash, they don't. And let's be absolutely clear. Hamas maimed, raped, tortured, and murdered 1,200 plus Israelis and kidnapped 250 plus hostages on October the 7th. Less than 2 years later, we are rewarding these barbarians with statehood? Is that something Canada should really be supporting? Right after October 7th, 75% of Palestinians expressed approval of Hamas's attack. And even today, a plurality support violent resistance to create a single state from the river to the sea. Mark Carney has told Canadians not to worry, that Canada's support is conditional on removing Hamas. But even the reasonable alternative, the Palestinian Authority, supports convicted terrorists with its pay-to-slay program. These aren't people looking for peaceful coexistence. Canada's historical commitment to a two-state solution is no secret, and countless leaders before Mark Carney have also glossed over the hard questions, like where the state will exist and who will run it. But if we're really going to recognize a Palestinian state, now's the time for answers. And spoiler alert, there aren't any. The Montevideo Convention defines strict criteria for statehood. A state needs borders, a permanent population, and a government. Let's face it, there is no state of Palestine that meets these criteria. Palestinian areas have no fixed borders and are split between rival hostile governments. Ignoring international standards undermines future negotiations and sets a dangerous precedent for global instability. Instead of trying to answer these difficult questions, Canada's news media have ignored them. Nobody's bothering to mention rampant terrorism, deep rejectionism, and international legal standards. Instead, the media have pushed a classic victimhood narrative of Canada coming to the rescue of helpless Palestine. But nothing could be further from the truth. Hamas showed its might and its brutality on October the 7th, and now they're set to receive the ultimate prize for their horrific aggression. This pervasive media narrative by Canada's news media hides the real, terrifying stakes. This is about decisively defeating terrorism and bolstering true regional security. That's the only thing that will create lasting peace in Gaza, Israel, and throughout the Middle East. Canada's news media must make it crystal clear. Canada must have no part in rewarding terrorism. Doing so is only an invitation for future violence.